Really, really wanted to see the stone. I really, really wanted to understand why it was such a big deal. And then I see a comment from one of you. That's right, Giant. I'm talking to you, pal. He had left a comment saying that he understood that the stone was not in Scotland, that was a fake, that the real stone is somewhere else. And I immediately was like, hey man, I'm sorry if you thought I ignored your first comment, which I didn't do. I didn't. By the way, a lot of you, when you leave your comments, I do the best. When I go there, if I see it, I comment, and I love it. So you should leave me a comment. You should tell me something, and I'll try to respond. But if I don't respond, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I promise I'm not. So I responded, and I said, well, I'm going to check this out. And I did. And guess what I found out? The Stone of Destiny, the one that I'm destined to see and bring all of you around with me, well, it's a little closer than I thought. Turns out, for all intents and purposes, it's in my backyard, New York City. So Giant tells me about this cool documentary about a code breaker who solved some amazing problem that people for years were trying to uncover, because they said that this code that was hidden in a monument called the Shepherd's Monument. That if anybody understood this code, that it would point the way to the Holy Grail. But we find out that the Holy Grail is actually Jacob's pillow. The documentary is called Lapis Exilis. It's the lost secrets of the Illuminati, and I'll put the link below. But here you have this credible documentary from this codebreaker, this brilliant codebreaker who's pictured with all sorts of forward-thinking people, very bright man. And he solved this challenge, and it led him on a journey to uncover where the stone is. Turns out, it's at the Rorick Master Building, 310 Riverside Drive in New York City, New York. Now, I know a lot of you are going to flock there, just like I am. I'm going to be doing a show, much like the documentary that I saw, and it's going to be coming up in a couple of, in the coming weeks. I'm going to go to this stone. I've already reached out to the museum.
Hello, Nicholas Redick Museum.
Yes, hi, how are you? I'm wondering if maybe there's somebody there. Do you have someone that handles your media? My name's Jacob Israel. I'm doing a show on the museum's namesake. And I was wondering if there was someone there that I could interview.
So the best thing would be you will get immediate answer if you write an email, and then you can get in touch with the person who would be a perfect one. And it's on inquiries@redick.org.
Yeah, the questions I have to do with, the Stone of Destiny, and there's just such a wonderful history there, and that I've come to learn. And I'd like to go to the building, and I'd also like to, tour the facility, and then have somebody give me some insight into this. Because from all the research I've done, it seems like this is the most likely place for where that stone could be found. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to answer. You really have...
I'm going to send that email, see if I can get the director to talk to me about it. But it was interesting how the receptionist said, yes, she knows about the stone, but she can't talk about it. So why would it be at this random place in New York? Well, it turns out the Master Apartments is the name of the place, called the Master Building. It derives from the Master Institute of United Arts, which was founded in 1920 by this explorer, this artist, this very powerful and connected man, Nicholas Rorick. This guy connected to so many people. Let me tell you about, as the documentary goes, okay, spoiler alert, basically, as the documentary goes, you uncover that Rorick has obtained the stone. or a part of the stone, and that he made it actually the head of the corner. He made it a cornerstone in his own building, the Master Building, here pictured in 1929. Now, what's remarkably strange about all of this is that Einstein was there. These heads of physics and movers and shakers, like Max Planck, was there. You want to hear crazy weird? You know the Illuminati all-seeing eye on the dollar bill? Yeah. That cornerstone, right? Roerich, it was his suggestion. He was the one that was instrumental in putting the all-seeing eye there. So it turns out that Jacob's pillow is somehow connected to that as well. The plot thickens. All of these heavy hitters and these major players were there when it was placed there. This is the same year that Einstein came out with his unified theory. He said that this was the most important find, the most important thing that he'd ever done, including his original, theory of relativity. So this stone that King David was crowned upon, that royalty was crowned upon, this stone that people fought for, that people were murdered for, this stone that the Jesuits themselves were said to be wanting a part of, that the Rosicrucian order themselves hired Louis Perry to discover. This stone is waiting right there in New York City. So guess what? We're going to New York City, everybody. We're going to a museum. I'm in the process of putting it together, and I wanted you all to hear about it because this is insane. Because I really, really, really wanted to go to Scotland. Like, I wanted to. My wife was like, honey, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? What do you think? You're going to have some memory and you're going to find out that you're reincarnated? I'm like, no. Seriously. This is history. This is cool. My name's Jacob Israel for a reason, right? Why not explore and find out if Jacob's Pillow's here? Jacob Israel today from Jacob Israel in the past. The two can become one. Who knows? I think it's fun. And I'm glad that you're along for the ride with me. Thank you, Giant, for pointing that out. And thank you for all of you that are going to like, you're going to comment, you're going to share, you're going to tell your friends, because this is going to be cool. And then maybe I'll wrap it all together in like one long episode so you can find out. Isn't that cool? Right? I thought Scotland's not going to happen, even though I said it on TV. Oh yeah, I want to go. Wasn't going to happen. Now I don't have to go. I'm not going to go because I don't believe the stone is there. I am fully persuaded, if it's real, which I believe it is, that it's right there in my backyard and always has been. I love each and every one of you too, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.